Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to our installment of Scott Selections here for Monday, February 8th. Before getting today's play of the day, a quick recap of what happened yesterday. We ended up picking up a winner in the NBA as we gave out the Charlotte Hornets team total over 117.5 and minus 105 on Fox Bet. Game looked like a sweat-free winner, that 102 points after three quarters, so you needed at least 16 in the fourth to cash, which is pretty much a lock in any NBA game. Then Charlotte's bench unit almost blew it, but they ended up scoring 17 in the fourth game. They ended up landing with 119, which is a nice winner for us, so really can't complain. It was a nice day in the NBA, and hopefully that carries over into the Monday card. Now, for this play of the day, where we stick with the NBA, I know that college basketball, I looked at, really wasn't a fan of anything in particular on the card. But looking at the NBA, there was one game that jumped off the page to me, and that's going to be the play of the day. And it's going to be on a matchup between the Washington Wizards once again as they take on the Chicago Bulls. And the play of the day is going to be on the Bulls minus 2.5 and minus 110 on Bet Online. The time recording of 12:06 p.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like the Wizard. I like fading the Wizards in the spot. Washington's terrible. Some of these pieces might sound somewhat repetitive because I talked about the Wizards yesterday, but bear with me there. Washington is also one of the worst teams in the league, 5-15 overall. This team just barely wins, especially on the road, as it's 3-8 on the highway. Got killed by Charlotte yesterday. Meanwhile, Chicago is 9-13. Chicago, a great team? No. But this team definitely has looked better than Washington. I do think that will definitely help since it does have a day of rest advantage, since Washington had to play yesterday as well. But looking at the metrics here, Chicago is a much better team in every single facet. Washington is 29th in the league in defense efficiency. Chicago is 21st. Washington is 21st in offense efficiency. Chicago is 15th. And Washington is tied for 25th in rebounding rate, while Chicago ranks 13th. Now, Chicago has also done really, really well against Washington over the last couple of seasons. Chicago is 7-1 ATS in the last 8 meetings, and these teams have already played twice this season in Washington, and Chicago won both of those games by at least 3 points. So Washington just has had serious issues with Chicago in years past. Chicago seems to present some unique matchup problems, and I simply think Billy Donovan is also the much better coach in this matchup because I'm truly not even sure how Scott Brooks still has a job. He's probably going to be the first coach fired this season. I don't really know how he still has a job at this point. But either way, looking at the matchup here, Washington, once again, can't stop anybody. This team with Beal and Westbrook in the backcourt is one of the worst defensive backcourts in the entire league. And I think that Levine and company should have a lot of success. Even Kobe White and some other guys on Chicago, I think, will have some success against this very, very underwhelming defensive backcourt. But one underrated player to mention for Chicago, I know Lauri Markkanen is out for this game. However, rookie Patrick Williams has actually played really well since he has entered the starting lineup. If you want to look at his recent performances, he's been really good. And I think that he's a matchup problem for the Wizards. I know he had a double-double in his last game. I just think that Chicago has too many offensive weapons. I think Donovan's the better coach. This team defensively also had a really good performance against Orlando in its last game, giving up just 92 points. So I do think Chicago's defense has a lot more upside than Washington's. And I do think that in addition to Washington being terrible and having a bad coach and being a terrible defensive team, playing the second game of a back-to-back is also a brutal spot there, especially since Washington has lost each of its last 2 games by at least 22 points. So I got to fade the Wizards here, especially against a team they've struggled with in the past. And I think the Bulls should win this home game by at least 5 points. So the play of the day, once again, here for Monday, February 8th, is going to be on the Chicago Bulls, minus 2.5 and minus 110 on Bet Online. That's been Scott Selection. Good luck to all of you and your respective bets today. Bye, everyone.